Education CS Professor George Magoha has assured Kenyans of a smooth transition ahead of the 2023 junior secondary cohort, saying infrastructural upgrades stand at between 96 to 98% completion. Speaking at Kereri Girls in Kisii during commissioning of the new CBC classes, Magoha lauded Nyanza Region for hitting the 100% target, followed closely by Central Kenya, where construction of CBC classes have been completed. The CS assured Kenyans that even as the country is set to usher in a new government, they will ensure smooth transition to junior secondary school come next year. Magoha called on all school heads to avoid sending students back home due to fees arrears, saying it was important to recover the time already lost during the general elections. He expressed optimism that there won't be any learning hitches as school calendar is expected to normalize next year after the disruption caused by COVID-19 in 2020. Several education officials accompanied the CS in his tour across Kericho, Bomet and Kisii on Friday.
That my region, which is the Nyanza region, is also now at 100%, following Central Region together with the Northeastern. And it is a thing of joy to see that we have completed classrooms now for the CBC. We are approaching 96–97%. I was in Kericho because Kericho, unfortunately, was one of the ones that is giving me a few sleepless nights. We have agreed with the team there that they shall complete by Sunday, and I will be generally in the region because from here I'm going to Kakamega. From Kakamega I will go to Bungoma, and depending on how Kericho does, I may have to pass back there. In terms of having our children at school, I want to thank the great majority of principals who have kept children at school. But there are still one or two who are sending children home for no apparent reason. The hands are not equal. I have said that if you have to look for fees urgently, summon your parent teachers organizations, and they will be able to get the parents who can clear the fees so that you protect the weakest link. And the weakest link are the orphans that we have in school or the very, very poor children, whom if you send them away from school right now, you are actually blocking them from what the government has decided should be their right. Day secondary schools are free of charge, so nobody is allowed to send anybody. Unless the child has come to beat you in the office because there is no food. Don't send a child, a Kenyan child, home because you want him to bring money for food. You don't have to feed that child.